Okay, so now we're in question 1.1.4. Solve for x, so for this equation. So the first thing when you are given this equation, so you want to remove this square root. So to do this, you must first square both sides of the equation. X plus 18 is equal to x minus 2. Then you square them to remove this square root. So this side you'll be left with x plus 18. On the right hand side is x minus 2 all squared. So the next step is to expand this, simplify this. So it's x plus 18, which is equal to x minus 2, x minus 2. So x plus 18, x times x, x squared. So it's x times x times negative 2. So x times x squared, x times negative 2 is negative 2x. Negative 2 times x, then times that one. So that's negative 2 times x, negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 2, that's 4. So when you're here, you have x plus 18 is equal to, grouping the similar terms, like terms. So this one is on its own. These two, add them together, minus 4x plus 4. So you transpose these to that side. So we are left with what? 0 is equal to x squared minus 4x minus x plus 4 minus 18. So from here, go further. X, or 0 is equal to x squared minus 5x minus 14. So when you're in this position, then you are on 1.1 of your equation. The next thing to do is to factorize this, like previous problems. So to factorize this, or use the quadratic formula, but I will factorize it. So you have x minus x plus, so you can use the quadratic formula if you're not sure how to factorize. Then we have 7 here, we have 2 here. So when it is factorized, this is how it looks like. So let's finish off on the next page so that I can show how the solution of this equation looks like. Okay, so this is a continuation from the previous page, so I had to copy this. So this is x square root of x plus 18 is equal to x minus 2. So when you're here, so you know that to achieve 0 here, so these lines, which means there's something from there to here, which is on the previous page that you were just watching. So when you're here, you want for this side to be 0. At least one of the brackets should be 0, which is this part should be 0, or that part should be 0. What should be the value of x to get this? Which is, you say x minus 7 is equal to 0, or x plus 2 should be equal to 0. So this part is this part, it should be 0 to get the entire thing 0. Or this part should be 0 to get this entire part 0, to get the entire product to be 0. So we have x is equal to 7, or x is equal to minus 2. So what I'm going to do is try to give you the graphical view of these two equations. So I'm going to draw the square root of 18, the square root of x plus 18, and the square root of x minus 2. So this is how the graph looks like. So your y, your x. So your square root of 18 minus x starts somewhere here. So this is your graph of square root of 8x plus 18, this one. And then you have x minus 2. So it's a straight line that passes here and passes there. So it's a straight line like this. So if you have not done function, you might struggle understanding this part, but you will know further down the year or when you do functions. So if you see this graph, which is square root of x plus 18 and x minus 2, only meet once here there. Yet you have two solutions. So what you have solved is telling you that these two graphs meet twice. But when you draw the actual graph, you see they only meet once there. So if you want to take a guess, between 7 and 2, what is that? So because it's positive on the right hand side of 0, that should be 7. And this one, there is a problem with it. So the only solution that is correct is this one, because that's where these two graphs actually meet. But this one is not, because they do not meet at x is equal to negative 2, because x equal to negative 2 is somewhere here. Yet you see that these two graphs don't meet. So if you don't know how the graphs looks like, the way you can check if the graph is correct, if this equation, if both answers are correct or only one, you must take 7 and substitute it there and see what will be the value, and see what will be the value of this side compared to that side. For example, if we take 7, let's say we substitute it here. So the square root of x is equal to 7 plus 18 is equal to the square root of what? Of 25, which is equal to 5. So this is your left hand side that I used, which is this side. Let's go to your right hand side. So there you have x minus 2. Your x is 7, your minus 2, which is equal to 5, which means your right hand side and your left hand side are both the same. For what? For x is equal to 7. Let's go. For x is equal to minus 2. So the square root of minus 2 plus 18 is equal to what? Is equal to the square root of what? Of 16, which is equal to 4. Then, let's go to the right hand side. On the right hand side, we have x, which is minus 2, which is that one there, which is equal to minus 4. So the left hand side and the right hand side are not equal. So this is how you check if you don't know how to draw the graph. So this is not equal to this 4 here, is not equal to this here. This 5 is equal to that 5. So that is how you check.